Hi everyone, I'm Kai from Jentu Networks. This is the title I wanted to go with. Your computer network is a disaster waiting to happen, but don't worry, there's hope. But this is a more appropriate title, Start Secure to Stay Secure. It makes us look more professional, right, Abraham? It's our CEO right over there. So let's get on the same page here. This is tough, by the way. I have a few minutes to explain the massive risks that are associated with computer networks today and what will happen if we have a network failure and the kind of implications we can expect to see. So in the next couple of minutes, I plan to make a case that we have a problem. I want to explore the reasons why we have that problem, and then hopefully, or ideally, I can deliver some kind of hope by the end of this. It's a tall order. But we do have a problem. And the problem, we got some issues here, but the problem here is that we have, ransomware, malware, cryptoblockers, viruses. Everybody's familiar with these kinds of things. And these are some examples of these types of problems. The NotPetya virus had an estimated cost of $10 billion. And this was not that long ago. And this was the White House that estimated this total cost. Merck Pharmaceutical, it cost them $870 million. FedEx, it cost them $400 million. And Maersk Shipping, it cost them $300 million. This was a ransomware virus that they had a lot of difficulty resolving this problem. City of Atlanta, this is last year. They had a $17 million problem, a ransomware problem. It put them out of commission for 6 months, 5,000 employees unable to work. This is a real problem. A little closer to home, Midland, Ontario spent $284,000 solving a ransomware problem last year. And even closer than that, town of Wasaga Beach, $251,000 mitigating a ransomware problem last year as well. This is in our backyard, this is real, and it happens to any one of us that run a computer network. So don't think that this is not a problem for you. 14 seconds. Ransomware is expected to attack a business every 14 seconds in 2019, and in 2019 that's estimated to cost $11.5 billion. So this is very profitable, and it works. And it won't stop happening. This will get worse until we solve this problem. Fact of the matter is basically everything is controlled by computer networks. Our schools, our hospitals, our corporations. And imagine if any of these institutions were unable to function. 6 months. You do not want malicious actors in these types of networks. That's a nuclear silo, by the way. And it's run by a computer network. We should be nervous about this. These networks are all managed by a patchwork of solutions that are built upon a dated and dysfunctional infrastructure. There's no real way to secure these networks yet that we're aware of. Why do we have this problem? Is it piss poor planning? Right? Definitely. Right? We all know that lack of planning equals lack of performance. That's for sure. That's an intersection in Beijing. Bad design? Definitely. These are real pictures, by the way. I wouldn't want that driveway, and I couldn't get rid of this. All right, so this is our problem, guys. We have a computer network infrastructure that is built on poor design and bad planning. And there's a reason for this, maybe. But the fact of the matter is today's networks are not secure. I wouldn't have been able to pull those headlines in about 8 minutes if that were the case. Today's networks, on top of this, are slow. They're frustrating. Does anybody like office space here? Yeah, all right, good. Today's networks are complicated, and they're very expensive. On top of all the problems that we have, we pay through the nose to manage these computer networks. So my hypothesis is that we can't do any better. That's my first hypothesis, right? It's possible that we didn't foresee this coming. We didn't understand that computer networks are going to be so vital to our entire infrastructure of our society. We didn't see it coming, and we just built layer upon layer upon layer of patchwork solutions. Hypothesis number 2, though, is we can do better, and we choose not to. Companies that manage IT at a global level choose not to. Why would they do that? Computer networks that don't work very well are very profitable for the IT industry. How profitable? That's 12 zeros. That's $5 trillion US dollars annually spent on hardware and software infrastructure and IT support. So I don't know which hypothesis is correct, and I would never presume to make a judgment call there. But there is hope, and that's what I promised you as the third part of this presentation. There is hope. These situations, all of these headlines, 17 million, 9.5 million, 10 billion, 251,000, these situations can be avoided. If any of these organizations had been using Jentu, these hacks would have likely been mitigated or prevented, or these network breaches could have been mitigated in minutes and at no cost. So what is Jentu? I'm just going to read this because there's no way anybody's going to get it. Jentu is software that allows you to manage your computer network through a server that delivers mirrored images to endpoints or computers that don't have any hard drives. No hard drives. Where does the virus live? I don't expect, this is what Jentu is, I don't expect to be able to explain how it works in the next 2 minutes. But I will tell you how it's changing the IT industry. Number one, Jentu offers a reboot to restore function where you can reboot your entire network to a clean state in minutes, literally as long as it takes to turn it off and turn it on. Problem solved. It also takes care of any breaches that you didn't know about. And quite often, there's a lot that you have no awareness of until it's too late. You can reduce your overall IT budget by 50% or more, save on software, hardware, and IT support. We have case studies in the 85% range. Speed, enjoy a 10,000% increase across your network. Every endpoint is lightning fast with no lags or delay. Imagine if that were 100% faster or 200% faster. And because a network reboot resolves 99% of your IT issues, there's no need or very little need for input from your IT support team. Start secure to stay secure. Collateral benefits include increased performance, significant reduction in costs, and virtually eliminating downtime. All right, thanks for listening.
Thank you.